If you've got a child who's under 10, why should you be worried about neat kids, as they keep going on about on the radio? Well, here's why. Because from the moment your child walks in through the reception door, your child's teacher is assessing them. And assessment isn't a bad thing. It's about looking at that child and thinking, they can do that, so I don't need to teach them that. What do they need to learn next? And for every child, it's different. And for every child, they're at a different stage. So that's why teaching is a difficult, varied and skilled job, particularly in reception. If your child hasn't got under their belt some of the things they should have when they start school, then that means the teacher has to spend the time teaching them those things instead of teaching them what's on the reception curriculum. That could be anything from managing their emotions, coping without you being there, doing up the shoelaces, going to the toilet, playing with friends, learning how to communicate, all of those kinds of simple skills. Those are things that we would expect to be in place by the time they start school and for them to be school ready. So why is that important? Because children learn at a set, steady rate, that you can predict where they're going to be next year, the end of the year after, all the way up to GCSEs. We're not allowed in primary school to make predictions beyond primary school because that wouldn't be fair on the children. But you can, and you can see roughly where they're going to be. By the end of reception, children have to be measured against a standard average child. It's called the good level of development. Percentages in schools vary, but roughly about 67% of a class will make the GLD. They might not make the GLD because their writing isn't readable, or they can't recognise a certain mathematical concept, or they're still not able to communicate their needs, things like that. 67% of those children that don't make a good level of development will end up being neat, not in education, employment or training when they've done their GCSEs. Why is this a problem? Because they disappear off the scale. It's not that people think badly of them, it's that it's bad for them, that they aren't fulfilling their full potential. Long term, that sort of thing can have a massive effect on their emotional well-being, their social well-being. Now, when your little is just about to enter school, that feels like a whole load of stuff you just don't need to worry about at the moment. And you're right, you don't. You just need to worry about now. And now is when you can make sure that your child starts school or starts year 1 or starts year 2 with everything in place that they need to be able to start that year's curriculum and focus on that year's learning. So particularly if your child is about to start school, concentrate on their school readiness. And that doesn't mean counting to 100 or being able to times tables or any of those formal things. If you don't know what needs to be in place, you can pop to the Blossom website and you can look at the key skills document that outlines what skills children need in order to be able to start school and to be school ready. And you can click on the school readiness button and there's a whole heap of stuff to help you support the development of their skills. Some of it's free, some of it's a couple of quid, but I make things as cheap as I possibly can so that they are low impact financially for you. But have a look at them, see what you think. And from there, you will see a little progression ladder to do with learning through play, because all of these skills can be learned through play and through connection with you and having fun as a family. So comment play guide and you'll get our free play guide, and from there you will feed into the ladder of resources that help you to get your child school ready through fun and family connection.